Hello everyone and welcome to Backtolandandco. Today, we are going to learn about 5 signs of a toxic person or friends. Now let's begin. Number 1. Selfish inflexibility. Does your friends take an interest in your life, or is your friendship all about them? Selfish behavior is a very common sign of toxicity. Every friendship should be an equal playing field. Sometimes you take an interest in them, you ask questions about their life, and you bond over their talents and hobbies. Perhaps your friends should give you the same treatment. They should take an interest in you, ask questions about you, and make an effort to learn about the things that you like. But toxic friends who only care about themselves. Alright, let's say your friend loves to go camping. You know they love to camp, so 2 of you go together frequently. Now, even though the outdoor is not really your thing, but you know how much it means to your friend, so you find a way to enjoy the experience. But one weekend, instead of going camping, you want to do something you love. You love going to the beach. Maybe there is a movie you are dying to see. Either way, you tell your friend about how excited you are, but they tell you to go alone. In other words, they are not willing to compromise their own time to do something you like. Even though you take an interest in their own hobbies, they don't take an interest in yours. Now, this may sound more familiar. Your friends may be more selfish than you realize. They are only thinking about themselves, and they don't treat you like an equal part of your friendship. But you deserve to be treated better. So don't settle for this kind of toxic dynamic. Number 2. Embarrassing blackmail. Has someone you call friend ever threatened you? Have they held an embarrassing secret over your head? This is a telltale sign that someone is toxic. A friendship should foster faith and trust. When you tell your friend something, they should protect your secret. You should never worry about your friend will use that information against you, but toxic friend will do. Alright, let's say you had an embarrassing moment last night. You did or said something you are going to regret, but you trust your friend will keep your secret. Now, of course, your trust is immediately broken. It turns out your friend took a video of it. You tell your friend to get rid of it, but they say they won't unless you do them a favor. And when you say no, they threaten to send that video to your friends. This is how toxic people manipulate their friends. They create trust and wait for them to let their guard down. Then, they abuse that vulnerability to satisfy their own agenda. Friends should never blackmail their friends. If you know someone who does this, they are probably toxic. Number 3. Vampiric negativity. Is your friend constantly negative? Is every word they say sad or angry? These people are often called spiritual vampires, monitoring spirit, because they suck the energy out of every situation. No matter where you are, at home, at a restaurant, during holiday party, spiritual vampire brings the entire room down. Just as you are having funny conversation with a group of people, you are telling funny stories, when suddenly one person starts complaining about their own problems, a light-hearted conversation will quickly devolve into an awkward rant. And just like that, one awkward comment can ruin the entire conversation for everyone. This is how spiritual vampires take their toll. Most people approach topics with a fun and playful attitude, but vampires are searching for ways to make it about their own negativity. They want to bring everyone down, so they sink every conversation. If you know someone who is constantly negative, don't let them suck the energy out of your life. Now, you may not realize how huge of an effect their negativity has. Not only is it damaging your other relationship, it also takes a toll on your mentality. So, do yourself a favor. Spend your time with people who bring you up, not the ones that aim to bring you down. Number 4. Center of the universe. Is your friend the center of their own universe? Hey, you will be surprised how many people think the world revolves around them. They treat every one of their friends like a butler or a servant. They think every stranger admires them, so they insisted that they should be given every opportunity, and they are convinced that no one deserves success more than they do. Not only is this way of thinking delusional, it is incredibly narcissistic. Now, you may notice this narcissistic friend demand everything, but they give nothing in return. They expect you to be there every time something bad happens to them. They expect you to have their back no matter what. They expect you to wait on them hand and foot. And God forbid, if you ever think about prioritizing yourself over their needs, a toxic friend may tell you that you are a selfish person or a bad friend. But what happens when you are in trouble? This narcissistic friend is nowhere to be found because They think they are the center of the universe. They think everything revolves around their life. So they can't spare a minute to think about what is important to you. If your friend demands everything but gives nothing, your friend or friendship is nothing but toxic. Number 5. Defensive argument. Does your friend control your choices? Do they make you feel defensive or insecure about your own life? This one can be more challenging to see with your own eyes because friends should be honest with each other. If your friend is worried about a decision you are making, they may disagree to protect your own well-being. A good friend will stand up and tell you that something is wrong, but they do so in a way that is respectful of your own feelings. In this way, friends become valuable sources of advice and perspective. You know they have your best interests at heart, so you are not scared of what they are going to say. On the other hand, toxic friends will disagree with you with every decision you make. They don't do this to protect you. They do it to control you. They argue relentlessly about your opinion. They will shame you for making bad decisions. And that negativity creates insecurity inside of you. You begin to feel scared of how they will react if you stop telling them things because you know they are going to disapprove. If you are trapped in this situation and you are dealing with a toxic person, make sure your friend is the problem, not your choices. So, how do you tell the difference between bad friend / toxic friend and a bad decision? Just look at the way your friend disagrees with you. If they are concerned but respectful, they may be looking out for your own well-being. But if they are aggressive and argumentative, they are more likely trying to control you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button. God bless you and have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Rah.